friends. I'm back home on my mountaintop. We're going to do just a short mountain flow today. If you have props, you can use them. Otherwise, just use your body. So I want you to start at the top of your mat. We're going to go wide mountain. So feet as wide as your mat. And then you can just start to kind of feel a gentle flow from left to right. If it's comfortable, let the eyes get heavy. Let the head, neck be heavy, shoulders. Just start to move and groove. The feet are the foundation. Everything else is just the flow. Start to invite the breath to awaken into every facet of your being and body. And just in your own time, start to feel the arms get lighter and start to move up to the sky. Once the arms are up, we're going to find a little bit of stillness. Not tons of shoulder work. We want the elbows to be out. Chest is open. Deep breaths. Feel the stability of the legs, the fluidity of your breath. And we're slowly going to come into a forward fold. The feet can stay right where they are, all 10 toes facing forward. Bring the hands down to the earth. If you have longer legs or tighter hamstrings, that might not be easy. That's okay. You can bend your knees or use a block. If that doesn't work, just bring your elbows to the tops of your knees. Let the neck hang. Direct your breath into the sacrum area, right at the low back, tailbone. And we're going to float back up to standing, walking the feet a little closer to one another, about hip bone distance apart. Reach up once again. This time you're gently going to grab your left wrist and lean to the left. I'm not mirroring today, so just recognize if you're looking at your screen, you're probably going the opposite way I am. But isn't that nice? We only have two sides, so you're going to do the other side in a moment. We let this practice kind of see if you can kind of allow my voice to guide you. But the screen is always there for reassurance. And then you're going to shift, grab the other wrist, lean the opposite way to the left. Good, bring it back up to center. Hands come behind the back. If you can, easily interlace the fingers. You're going to bend the knees. Keep the chest lifted. See if you can lay your belly onto the thighs. Let your neck relax. Just notice if the legs are ready to start to pedal out or even go all the way straight. If not, it's not about force. We think of mountains, they were created over centuries, even millions of years. And even though we don't see them, they're constantly shifting subtly. So I want you to bring that essence of subtle shifts into your practice. Good, the hands will come to the low back, just slide them down the legs. Start to make contact with the earth again, and you're going to step back slowly. We're going to find our first down dog, which would literally, if you look at it from the side, looks just like a mountain. We want your tailbone, the peak of the mountain, to be the highest point. Notice if your body feels like it needs to move a little bit in the shape today, or you're ready just to be stable in the bones and let the breath to do the internal movement. We're going to play back and forth with a little strengthening. You're going to come to plank. Feel free to lower your knees and just work in the upper body. Just take a full breath here, chest forward. Exhale, press it back to down dog. And just play with that a couple more times. Depending on the length of your breath, the inhale carries you forward. The exhale takes you back. Let your tailbone go up into the air. No stress about having the legs go perfectly straight, but really feel a sense of length through your spine. We'll do it one more time. Nice and slow. Feel the joints move. And then inhale, come forward. Lower all the way to the belly. Feel free to lower to your knees if you'd like. Point the toes back. Inhale, just a low cobra. All 10 toenails pressed into the floor so you really feel that action in the legs. Coming up a little higher, the rib cage lifts, the belly lifts. Hug the upper arms in cobra. And slow and steady. Shift your weight back towards your heels and come back into down dog. This time we're going to walk our hands to the back of the mat. You'll take Tadasana at the back of the mat, slowly rising up. Arms will float up. Urdhva in Tadasana. Like extended arms. Arms are really tight today, so I'm not going to push it. Good. From here, hands will come down. I just want you to drop your chin towards your chest. Deep breath in. Roll one ear to the shoulder that it's closest to. And then roll back to the chest and to the opposite ear. Deep breath. Now you're going to bring the chin to the chest. Gently bring the hands behind the head. And slowly start to press the head into the hand, opening up through the chest. The feet root, kneecaps lift. Inner thighs press back, tailbone down. Right? We find those stable, steady legs so that we can find openness in our heart here. Good. You'll drop the right elbow towards the earth. See if you can gently look up a little bit to the left. Come back to center. And then exhale, the opposite direction. Look up. And back to center. Arms will float up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, fold gently. Hands come to the mat. And consciously place your hands one at a time. You're walking forward towards down dog. If you want a little more warmth in the practice, you can come forward into plank, taking the vinyasa, or just stay in down dog 5 breaths. Otherwise, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Cobra, the knees are down. Up dog, they're floating. Exhale, down dog. Right leg's going to float up to the sky. On an inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Take a moment. Just have your fingertips on either side of your right foot. Bend your left knee quite a bit. Look back at your left feet. Well, you should only have one foot back there. Look back at your left foot. Hug the right hip in and breathe. See if you can just kind of wrap the chest around your front leg. Let your neck be really soft. Now you can choose to keep the left knee up or down. That's your choice. And you're gently going to rise, crescent or the low lunge, the knees down. Just kind of feel a gentle pulse coming from the pelvis. Right, if the knee is down, you can still feel this pulse, right? It's like you're just hinging a little deeper. Most of the work is going into that front thigh. When you're tuning into the body, we want a little bit of challenge for the change. But it's not about breaking you, it's about really feeling the stability in the practice for today, right? That essence of a mountain, strong, stable. Good. Exhale, hands will come down. Plant the palms, you're going to step the right foot back. Slowly lift the left leg. And you're looking for a little bit of the symmetry from the last side. If it doesn't look the exact same, it's okay. We'll start with the left foot forward. You can always help it if it doesn't want to make it all the way. Okay? Always give yourself a helping hand. The right knee bends, look back towards the right foot. And then when you feel stable, and if you don't, sometimes you just need a little more space, take the left foot to the left. The knee on the right will come down, or your choice to keep it up, full crescent pose. See that, like, wobbliness is a part of life. You feel the shakes, the moves, and then come back to what the foundation is. So right now it's my left heel. So that's where I want to find my stability. And then it just kind of grows. You find the pulse, knee down or up, your choice. Just here for 5 breaths, just kind of exploring. We add a little bit of movement in, so we kind of test ourselves lovingly. Good, one more full breath. Exhale, hands come down. You'll gently step the left foot back. Woo! Down dog. Feel free to take the vinyasa. Otherwise, you'll just be here for 5 breaths. Good. Now we're going to walk our feet forward. I want you to do it nice and slow. You can come up onto your fingertips. Just start to notice how your feet connect to the earth, what part touches first. All the way up to the top of your mat, and you're going to grow back up into Tadasana, mountain pose. And we're going to play with a whole bunch of different variations right here. A little bit of balance. So I want you to shake everything out. I love this little sequence, and it's not huge. Just when I know I got a lot of stuff to do. Right? So I've got a lot of flow in my day. I want to really be stable in my body. So first, good old tree pose. Right foot stays down, left heel comes to the shin. I've been doing trees for years and years and years. I will always start here. Even knowing my body can lift the foot, it's just nice to be here. Sometimes I don't even lift the foot. It's just about feeling the hips open, the pubic bone gently lifts, and finding that steady gaze. Then maybe just this natural inclination, the left toes lift. And if you're really wobbly, maybe that's just like the work. You can play the toe down, just that left big toe down, and just play. Let it be a dance. Don't beat yourself up if your balance is off. Lots of things go on in the body. Right? Life is wobbly. Right? Be wobbly in your practice. It's going to help you grow. Right? If the foot comes up, whatever the foot's pressing into, whether it's the shin or in the thigh, we want to create this seal. You should feel that seal all the way into the floor of the pelvis. Right? To get it up to the higher inner thigh, sometimes the hand comes down to help. The thigh presses, or the foot presses into the thigh, and the hip hugs back. Floor of the pelvis lifts. Ta-da! All right, you fall out. Oh man, you're human. Good job. Right? Start back, base of the step. See if you can grow. Right? Sometimes we make the mistake, we try to pull ourselves back in and we haven't rerouted through that right foot. You got to have the roots in there. And we'll play a little bit, just 5 breaths. You want to take the arms up, you can sway, you can just breathe. Sometimes it's just nice to work in the lower part of the body to really find that stability, as opposed to kind of confuse yourself with what's going on with the arms. Sometimes simple is more profound. Deep breath in. See what happens if your eyelids get heavier. Oh, shaky. Good stuff. One more full breath. Good. Now shake that left leg. Shake it, place it. Shake the right leg. Shake it, place it. Inhale, pull the breath up. Exhale, push the breath down. You're rerouted. Weight goes into the left foot, steady gaze. You open up at the hip. Just notice what's going on here at this plateau. It might be the plateau for you today. When you're going to see the next one, you're like, ooh, that stops a little shaky. I just need to ground. I'm going to stay here. Maybe you want to really rock the shakiness. Beautiful work in that left ankle right now. Or seal the deal. Right foot presses in, left hip answer back. Low belly draws in. Your choice, arms can go up. See if you can lift the heart away from the belly button away from the pubic bone. Steady gaze. At a spot, if you want to challenge yourself, start to allow the gaze to go inward, the eyelids to be heavier. This is one of those beautiful poses, whether you're falling in or out. It's just a good place to practice really long. We don't get the gift of it in the classes because we're going to fit so much in so much time. So whenever you have the option, washing the dishes, standing in line at the grocery store, right? Do your yoga. Good, one more full breath. And then gently release, shake out the right leg, shake out the left leg, and ground. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, let it out. Slowly roll on up. Taking it to round two, weight goes into the right foot. Left knee lifts, open up at the hip, figure four. So if your knee doesn't like this, play with tree again. 3 trees a day is way better than one. Okay? Otherwise, you're bending the knee, kind of feeling that chair work. The hip goes back. Keep your left toes flexed. 1, it's going to protect the knee joint. 2, it's kind of building to kind of plug in the pieces of where you can go in the pose, whether you get there or not. It's just good exercise. Navel draws in. You can start to play with the depth. It's not about the knees. We really want it to be about the hips. And explore. Maybe your right fingertips touch. You're like, woo. Maybe your left fingertips touch. Woo. Maybe you just reach both arms down and then lift. Shake it out. Left. Shake it out. Right. Ground. Breath in. Lift it up. Exhale. Reroute. Weight goes into the left foot. Right knee lifts, open up at the hip. Honor this knee and hip. It might have a different story. Start to send your hips back. So we want the weight in the left heel. That's where the major root is. But there's still those little tentacles going through the ball of the foot. Hands can come to the thigh. They can come to the heart. And you let your instincts guide you there. And then see if you can play. Just reach. You don't even have to, see? You don't even have to touch the ground. It's just a sense of reaching. And then come back and reaching. And then come back. Maybe both. Sometimes you'll surprise yourself. Stability. Sometimes you'll surprise yourself with no stability. So be open to both. And then slowly pull it back up. Shake the right. Shake the left. Lovely, lovely. Big breath in, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Last round of mountains. Right here, we're going to pull it up. Right, so eagle variation, Gurudasana. This one I love doing with blocks because I'm not really keen on the full foot hook. It strains my knee, but I really love the work that it does in the inner thighs and the floor of the pelvis. So right foot grounds, slight bend in the knee, and just cross your left knee over. Get the right knee into the left knee. See if you can sit back. Flex that left foot. And you can breathe here, press the palms into the thigh and really feel a sense of the belly hollowing out. If the hook comes great, just make sure you're pulling the left hip back. Okay? If you got a block, you can use that too. Nice deep inhale. We're going to add the arms. Big breath in. Right arm on top. Give yourself a hug. Yeah. If the eagle arms come, they come. Otherwise, how nice is it just to hug yourself, let the neck be long, opening up through the back of the heart. You fall out, come back to the right foot. That's your starting point. 3 more breaths. Maybe the elbows start to melt down. Start to feel a nice little squeeze. Stability. I'm a rock. And then we'll go for freedom. Lift it up. Shake it out. Other side, shake it out. Just the breath. Pull it up. Push it down. Good, one more. Left foot stays grounded. No expectations of this side. Come into it with this fresh breath, fresh mind. Push down. Maybe the hook is there. If not, flex the foot so you're getting the action of what the hook would be doing. Low belly draws in. Weight into the left heel. Arms go out. Big hug, left arm on top. Maybe the hook. Otherwise, it's a beautiful hug. Breathe. Inner thighs wrap in towards each other. See if you can allow gravity to help you get low, stable. All right, and your low might be up here. Right. Connect. 3 more breaths. And we grow. Shake it out. Ground. Shake it out. Ground. Whoo. Feet go nice and wide. Toes turn out. Big breath in. Sink it down, Malasana. Friends with knee issues, come into a horse stance, elbows on your knees. Otherwise, sink it all the way down, elbows to the inside of the knees, heart lifts. Good, and then you're gonna Flopasana. All right, soles of the feet together. Yes, ditto. Nice and wide. I want you to just butterfly wing. I have a bunch of bees flying around me in these flowers. They're so nice. I don't know if you can hear them, but may I send a little bit of the nature around me to you if you're not outside. Just releasing the hips. Good, nice deep breath in. Exhale, fold. And then you can come up. We'll take it to just a mini final relaxation. Allow the body to lie down completely and just stretch out the legs and try to shake both of them at the same time. Right? We want the stability in the joints, the mobility, the fluidity in the muscles. Same with the arms, reach them up, shake them out. Since it was such a kind of grounding practice, we want to make sure our energy is flowing and then the arms release. Now, my friends, you can always turn this off and take a nice long shavasana or even into a meditation. Otherwise, just for a moment, we'll lie here together and I'll bring you to a close. I just want you to take your thumb gently, push it into the pointer finger on both hands, just squeeze. and then release. You'll go to the middle finger, just squeeze and release. Ring finger, squeeze and release. And then try to get the pinky, squeeze and release. And then gentle fists as you bend the elbows, thumbs on the outside. Squeeze, 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 and then release. Let your fingers move. Get the circulation into those tips. And then you're going to do the same with the feet. Just squeeze the feet and then stretch the toes. Squeeze the feet, stretch the toes, squeeze the feet, and stretch the toes. Okay, this is how we connect to most tangible material things on earth. We walk, we grab, we hold. And then you're going to gently draw the knees in. Nice little squeeze. Nose to the knees tight. And then once again, stretch arms overhead. Do that 2 more times. Squeeze the knees in, nose to the knees tight. And then stretch. Nose to the knees tight. And then last stretch. And then we'll gently bring the knees in. You can roll to one side. And we'll come up to a gentle seated position. One hand to the heart. The other hand can just rest on the thigh. Just inviting the ability to walk very tall, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally into your day. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. And I wish you a very stable day. Namaste. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll try to give you more. Blessed be. Namaste. Oh, I have a pet bee.